statement, you'll have an opportunity to make it later.
I believe that Chapter 4, Article 12 of the Uniform Code of Justice grants me the right to... It began when we apprehended a spy, a man who admitted his guilt and who will answer for his crime.
Captain, could you tell us just what happened on stardate 44390?
I beg your pardon?
Let me refresh your memory. Don't you think it's questionable judgment, Captain, to have a security officer whose father was a Romulan collaborator?
You may have made it possible for 2 Cylon collaborators to compromise the safety and security of this ship.
We're done here.
Excuse me, sir, but my questions are not finished.
You've lost your way, Sergeant.
No, wait. You mean I could have just gotten up and walked away? Well, fuck.
And I guess there was some extra black screen there at the end.
I was going to say, you're letting an awful lot of dead air slip in there.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, at least there's 2 of us here. Hey, guys. So just got a message from Danny. Says, about to leave and head home. Still gonna eat lunch.
So... definitely late.
Yes. Show is starting now, so please eat fast, all caps. All right, so there we go. Yeah, here we are with no Danny. But we can say hi to everybody in the chat. Hey guys, good to see you.
I see Cody Guy seems as though that's a new name to me. Or...
Cody Guy, I think Cody Guy is a friend of Danny's, actually, if I remember correctly. Well, we got Captain Phantom Nerd, we got Martin, we got 47 Yorktown, we've got Thomas, who of course is screaming that we're late, even though we're not late. So suck on that, Thomas. Alex is here, and Cody Guy, and Danny might be able to miss a meal. Well, he should be able to miss a meal. I think he should. And hey, now it says Nerdfights. Yeah, not only does it say Nerdfights, but you hear the crackling flame when it lights up on fire. Come on, how awesome is that?
All those sparks coming off. I was thinking, maybe that's why
I think
Canada's
that's
on
pretty
fire.
awesome. I think that whoever did the visual effects there deserves a big fat raise, and we'll probably never get it.
Oh, your speakers are slightly loud because I'm coming back through.
I'm sorry. I must have done something weird. Try saying something now.
Hello, do I hear myself? No.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. Don't know what that was. But yeah, so no, it's not a particle effects plugin, Stanley. That's all After Effects native. I didn't do anything. The only plugin I used was a plugin called Saber, which is a free plugin you can get from Video Copilot, and that's what I used to generate the flame itself. But the sparks coming off of the flame, that's all After Effects native. Particle World, I think it's called, is their native particle effects. Which answers Stanley's question about the fire simulation. Yeah, Saber is actually a lightsaber program, but it can create all sorts of different blades, including you can make a flaming lightsaber. And what I did was you create a flaming style lightsaber, but then you put it behind a mask, and the mask you make out of the text of Nerdfights, and then you make the blade of the lightsaber very, very fat, and bam, it looks like you just lit the title on fire. It's actually not that complicated, but it looks really nice.
A flaming
I could have done a lot more, and I may in time. A flaming Mose, yes, indeed. If only we had someone on the show named Mo. Maybe one day we can find a Mo to put on the show and light him on fire. Poor Mo.
I could just see the posting on Fiverr for that. Need someone to join the stream called Mo. Fire may be involved.
Fire may be involved. Flame retardant clothing a must.
Yeah, because Fiverr you can find someone to do practically anything. So,
and but I don't think Mo will answer that ad unless
probably
Mo
not.
is really desperate.
No, not unless there's a Mo who's an up and coming stuntman on Fiverr.
Yeah. And Salty so cheap he found someone on 4er.
Unless he gets Mo money.
Mo money. Yes, indeed. So, hey, since we've got a few minutes to talk before Danny shows up, how excited are you for next week?
Fairly. I haven't really watched the trailers that many times to get all wound up, so I'm probably gonna do a psych myself up on the weekend and watch the trailer a bunch of times. Because there's
How about
2 or 3
are you gonna
trailers.
rewatch season 1 to get yourself ready for season 2 of Strange New Worlds?
I might watch the finale episode, but because everything is so generally episodic, I don't feel a giant push to try to watch the first season again. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it.
And Stan, just started season 2. So.
Oh no! Then he clued in. No, it's Strange New Worlds.
Yeah,
I think he was thinking of something else.
Yeah. So next week is going to be cool. So we got Strange New Worlds, and we have The Flash hitting theaters.
Yeah, Flash is early release tonight, right?
No, it's early release a week from tonight.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. And Ariel wants to know, are we getting a Picard season 4? My God, I hope not.
No, that's definitely
They
dead.
said that was not going to happen. They said
Yeah.
Picard was strictly a 3-season deal.
Yeah.
And I hope that they're sticking with that. Even though season 3 was the most successful, I think it was just the most successful because it was. I think it's going to suffer from Phantom Menace-itis, because a lot of people don't remember this, but when Phantom Menace came out, everybody loved it.
Yeah.
It wasn't until a little bit later that all the hate started.
My good friend Sean has talked about this before, where he and several of his other friends went to Phantom Menace, and he walked out wondering what in the blue blazes he just watched, and all of his friends were just, that was the most awesome thing ever.
Yeah,
and
you know what sold people on it was Darth Maul and that lightsaber fight.
Duel of the Fates has got to be probably one of the best choreographed and soundtracked fights probably in all of, martial arts style combat.
Right. Now, if we look at Picard season 4 or season 3, it's all and Alex mentions it's all about the member berries, right? There's so many, like when you see the Enterprise D again, you get the reuniting of the crew again, you get all the cool stuff that they brought in that we wanted to see again. And so all that was really cool, and so all the fans are on this great dopamine high. But sooner or later, people are going to start looking at it with an analytical eye and realize that the show actually sucks.
If one wants to be very mean about it, you could actually refer to the 3rd season of Picard, because it's effectively a reunion show, as Star Trek's Christmas special.
Yeah.
Because everybody's just doing things because that's what people wanted to see. They wanted to see
They're
more
just there
Wookiees.
because people wanted to see them there.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is that when people need to, if you stop and think about the way the Enterprise was maneuvering through the Borg cube, well, if the Enterprise could maneuver like that at any given time, why was Data doing anything but piloting the Enterprise? If it was just because Data wasn't piloting, why was Data ever not piloting? Because he could dodge photon torpedoes if the Enterprise could maneuver like that.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, this is why, for me, I like, one of the things that's always bugged me in Star Trek is, especially since they introduced the idea in I forget what season of TNG they really started saying this, but when people would say, attack pattern this, or, defense pattern that, and I'm going, if you've got a pattern and you're in the hot seat, you should just press the button.
Yeah.
If it's that easy, no.
But if it's a pattern, like if you go attack pattern Theta 9, right? And so it would be kind of funny, because shouldn't the person on the other ship go, hey, they're going into attack pattern Theta 9. Well, in that case, go into defense pattern Theta 10. Because,
well, yeah, because it's effectively, it's like chess at this point. Yeah. And I've been watching especially before vacation, because on vacation I didn't watch a whole lot of YouTube, but there's a great YouTube channel if you're into watching really realistic flight sim combat between two people. There's a channel called Growling Sidewinder, and they use DCS. I'm not sure if you've heard of the DCS flight sim.
No.
But it has extremely comprehensive flight models for all kinds of aircraft, from biplanes all the way up to attempts at simulating like the F-22 Raptor and the Su-57 Felon and stuff like that. And one of the interesting things about watching the one-on-one combat that he will put up on his channel is that you really have to be the hand on the stick and be unpredictable. Like there's no strict this pattern this or pattern that. Right. There are fundamentals to the combat, which is for big aviation
maneuvers that you do. There's limits to what you can do and stuff like that.
But you have to figure out how to manipulate those tactics. Like the 10 fundamental rules to flight combat is called the Dicta Bolte, which is from the German from early World War I, who figured out all the 10 fundamentals to air combat, and they basically all stand to this day, even with missiles. And actually, what's even more interesting is they are even more important, even in the world of high off-bore axis self-guided missiles. So you don't have to hold target, so the missile fires and it's self-guided.
Right.
Because one of the things that's changed a lot in the last 20 years is, and the reason why I'm talking about this is because this relates heavily to the presentation of things like photon torpedoes, and that is that the Sidewinder, all heat-seeking short-range air-to-air missiles. So whether it's the Sidewinder, blinded by.
Sorry, I dropped my mouse, and so I'm trying to.
The ability to react to what the pilot that you're fighting against is trying to do to line you up to shoot you, even though today they can shoot at you from an extremely off-axis shot. So the other aircraft could be 30 degrees off the nose, and you can still shoot at them. And,
right, it's crazy because the missile basically pilots itself.
Yeah, it comes off the rails, and the thing does like a hard turn immediately. And when you think about what goes on in a lot of space combat, especially in Star Trek, these little torpedoes, I mean, they're so short and they're so small, they should be able to maneuver like an absolute monster. Like, you should never be able to get away from those things.
You mean the way the Enterprise D did inside that Borg cube in Picard season 3?
The way that almost anything gets away from photon torpedoes ever. Like unless you're cloaked, like in the end of Nemesis when the Scimitar was cloaked and they were just shooting to shoot. There's so many instances.
The photon torpedoes could they show them firing phasers in like this flat circular pattern around the ship. They should be able to fire photon torpedoes that fly in a circular pattern and like a spheroid.
Well, yeah,
pattern, like going out and around, which would be a really cool effect.
Well, just like as it's proposed in the movie Hunt for Red October, and in real life, with air combat, you have to be careful you don't accidentally have the missile decide
shoot yourself.
That it's got enough fuel that I couldn't find the other guy. Well, hey, look, you look like another guy. And
that's why you have friend or foe missiles, So
if you're smart, but I mean, you should just be able to set torpedoes to just go into constant hunt or killer mode, and as soon as there's anything that's not you, go chase that thing down like a junkyard dog. Which I think, to a good extent, is one of the things that makes it so smart from a safety perspective that the writers for the BSG reboot decided to stay away from outrageous weaponry and all of these, energy weapons and particle weapons. And
I need you guys to know that I got the text. I have a 4-ounce stomach. I ate way too fast, so I feel like I got to throw up. But that's only because I ate too fast. But I'm here.
And for $50, he'll throw up on camera.
No, I won't. No, I really won't.
I wouldn't throw up. I wouldn't throw up for $1,000.
Yeah, I hate throwing up.
Yeah,
I'm hoping I can just ride through this. So just like give me a few minutes to just.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you to throw up, dude. I just said. But Alex chipping in for his spark meal here. Data isn't always at the helm because the ineptness and inflexibility of military organizations. U.S. Army had helicopter mechanics work as lifeguards. Well, Alex, I'd like to believe that was true, or more accurately, I would say it's bad writing. Because, quite frankly, the Enterprise D just isn't that maneuverable.
Oh God! Back to that. Sorry, I brought it up.
You didn't bring it up. We were talking about it before you got here.
Yeah, it came up in general.
We were just talking about,
Excuse me.
trying to kill time.
And no, I didn't go to the
some guy to show up.
And no, Stanley, I didn't go to the Heart Attack Grill. I literally have a 4-ounce. You want to know what I ate? I ate a microwavable sandwich called an eggwich, which has no bread. The bread is the egg.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
It's delicious, but I ate it way too fast. I ate it way too fast.
I was going to say, it sounds good.
It's really good, actually. I highly recommend it.
Really?
Dude, I've been having a very productive day. This is another client. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
How productive it is.
Making the money.
Tell people that, hey, you know what? He's closed shop at certain hours of the day.
Look, man, I don't know if you know. You know. Wait a minute. You do know. I need to make every penny I can, which is why I'm going to try to multitask, because the client I just left, which is why I was late, needs me to make another couple tweaks to this card before I order it. So I'm going to attempt to do that whilst paying attention so I can get paid.
Oh, so you're not going to be phoning it in.
I have 4 monitors, bro. I'll be watching you still. Like, I'll be participating. I'm just, you want me to lie to you? I mean, like, oh God.
So breaking news, Danny's phoning it in today. All right.
Whatever. At least I'm here.
So Litmus. And I get it. The reason Danny was late and is phoning it in today is because this is his least favorite episode.
Well, I did appreciate
timing.
I did appreciate your trailer, because we were talking during
the trailer.
Yes, this morning. So, during during our watch along, which you can view at supportsalty.com and sign up for as little as $5 a month to view the content there on Patreon. He kept bringing up that episode of Next Gen a lot. And I loved how, was that you doing an AI voice where you were like, oh, you mean I could have just left at any time?
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, I watched it this morning. Don't be a jerk, man. I was like, I'm like, come on.
Well, I don't know. Jason didn't watch it, so
Well, he has a real job.
Yeah.
I actually got to sleep in till about 9 today, which I shouldn't have, because it kind of put me behind the 8 ball all day. And then I had to go to a client's, and we had to work stuff out. And
wow, Ariel, no, you guys.
Wow.
Who's making the shots? Why was the shots fired over that? What's going on?
I don't know. Anywho, if you guys want to witness this glorious shiner I have, what'd you say it was? $20? $20 super chat?
Yeah, $20 if you want to see the shiner on Danny's face. All right, so Litmus, I gotta say, I disagree with Danny about Litmus. I don't think it's as bad as Danny makes it.
I'm not saying it's bad, man. I'm just saying compared to the others. I mean, come on. It's basically a courtroom drama. It's boring as
I think it's
F.
a good one.
It's very cerebral, and the only good part is at the I think it's funny that Adama hires the chick to do the investigating at the beginning of the episode, and then he's like, at the end of the episode, I'm done with your nonsense. You've lost your way, and just leaves.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, but did I need 45 minutes of that? Not really, man. not compared to everything else. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad episode. It just was, it was a little slow.
Well, I think for you tonally too, because we've been watching these so quickly together, even with that bit of a break with me being away.
Right.
you've watched more episodes up to this past Saturday than the airing order would have been originally.
Right.
So when you look at Litmus, it'd be like if you were in a pocket rocket on the tail of the dragon near Knoxville, and you were just ripping through that, and then you popped out the other side, and you just coasted for the next 8 miles, straight line, no acceleration, no turns.
Yeah, it was just, yeah. See, like, I'm not going to go as far as to say it was boring. That's why I'm using the word cerebral. But
because you were still in the sweet ass car that you
Yeah.
just went around all the turns in, right?
yeah, so
Yeah, exactly.
that's a good analogy.
So,
I like that.
yeah, you're still in a wicked car. It's just you're on a coasting run right now.
Yeah.
And by the way, yeah, to settle what they're talking about with Data in there, yes, Data could have been ops and navigation from the front console. There's no need for him to be one or the other, because of the fact that on TNG the consoles were all interchangeable.
Yeah, like totally customized.
What was,
touch screen stuff?
I'm scanning for life forms. You tiny
don't
little
yeah.
life
start that
forms.
crap.
Oh, jeez.
Where
Yeah, exactly. Oh, little life forms.
Boom, boom, boom. Was that Generation? What movie was that?
That was
Generation.
Generations.
Was it Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
we start this episode with a nice shot of the fleet that does include the USS Enterprise 1701 in the background. It is
Again?
It's still way back there. Yeah.
For that shot, yes, it's see it's
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
nice. How do they get away with that shit, man? Like, that's
it's
crazy.
funny that it's there. Yeah. And yeah, Arabic, this is the only shot with that ship in it, but this shot
They reuse it a lot. This is like at least the third time you've shown it to me.
yeah, so this shot does show up, and Luke
Super tip.
says, "I used a bullseye womp rats with my T-16. They're not much bigger than 2 meters." Well, that's true, Luke.
So I'm going to tell you right now, if we don't burn through this boring ass episode, this cerebral ass episode in 45 minutes, so I can just shoot the breeze with you guys for the last 45, I'm going to be very disappointed because there's not a lot to cover here. It's a paranoid, like a chick gets hired by Adama. She's super paranoid, questions everyone, finds nothing, and we end up exactly where we began. No further along.
We do not. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's discuss.
Let's move through it quickly and then let's debate that.
Suicide bomb. Okay.
Yeah. So this all kicks off because the door
because of this MFer right here doing his Al Qaeda stuff with his
suicide bombs. Suicide bombs Adama and barely gets out of it thanks to some great move by Colonel Ty. Again, Colonel Ty. Once again, it's so funny because Colonel Ty is known as the drunk, but man, when push comes to shove, he saves the day a lot.
I tell you what, as someone who has also been referred to as the drunk, I wish I had my shit together as this guy does when it's in the clutch, man. Because you know what I mean?
It buttoned up. Yeah. It's wild.
Look at that. Just bam. Did you see that? He's just like,
yeah.
He's better than freaking Secret Service.
Yeah.
So he saves Adama.
Wow, my mom's not here. I need to text her. This is weird.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird.
As soon as you said that, my brain realized, there was no hello.
Where's she at? Okay.
Oh yeah, I hope she's okay.
I'm sure she's fine. She's not a wreck like me.
Ty has got to be the most high functioning alcoholic there's ever been. So
one of them at least, yeah.
Yeah. So he saves Adama during suicide bombing. And then, yes.
Okay. Was it just me? Or it looked like Adama was running toward the bomber.
He was.
And Ty tackled him away from the bomber, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
You see, this is the thing. Ty's instincts were better than Bill Adama's because Adama just saw, hey, there's a Cylon on my ship. Ty was like, this guy's up to something.
Oh, I thought Adama was like going to try to do the whole like you land on a grenade type of thing.
I think Adama didn't realize this guy was a walking bomb.
Yeah,
Notice what is Ty's first reaction? Approach from behind. Bring in
he
security.
called the Marines. Yeah.
He wasn't going to try to. But when Commander Adama sees him, he's like, "Hey, Doral," because he doesn't stop to think that this guy might be.
Kronos, that's not nice. First of all, like he wasn't. No, like if I didn't pass out, like he wasn't that boring. It was engaging. It was fun. Yeah, I mean, like wow, right? Wow.
That does hurt.
Hey, there's mom. Mom showed up.
Your mom's here. Yeah, so
I had to text her
about you, Money Penny. We were worried about you. So after Ty successfully thwarts a attempted murder on and suicide bombing on Commander Adama, he brings in the Sergeant Master of Arms, I can't remember her name, to head up an investigation.
It doesn't matter what her name is. That's for all you wrestling fans who get that reference. For those who do, you do. Those who don't, you don't. It's all good.
But yeah, it brings her, and notice she's been in a couple of other episodes. This is another piece of continuity. They're not just bringing some rando.
All I know is, like, okay, I really grew to dislike this woman by the end of the episode, and I think so did Adama. I feel like he was regretting this whole scene that's about to happen.
Yeah, and this is a perfect example of why some people should never be granted power.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Are you going to intercut the old lady from your trailer? Like, I think you should.
Yeah, that
from the next gen.
Admiral Satie or whatever.
You missed it, but we watched that earlier when we first started the show.
Oh well, I mean, I didn't miss it. I watched it this morning. I'm just saying, like, but you should have little clips. Is all, like, like.
Yeah, she went totally off the rails. And
I was actually thinking about doing that, but I was out all day with my son for his birthday, so I didn't have time to.
How old is he?
He is 23.
Awesome. Nice. Yeah. So I got a 24-year-old and a 17-year-old boy.
Yeah. So, by the way, that reminds me. Thank you, Kronos. My wife is very pissed at you, Jason.
Oh God, I could have swore he was going to say me. So I was like, oh God, what'd I do now?
So yeah, Jason, my wife is pissed at you. She says, "Stop sending your smoke down here."
Oh, that's Quebec smoke, by the way. That's Alexander's smoke.
So you know what you need to do? This is what you need to do, bro. And we'll do it. So I need you to record, like, because I don't understand French, but apparently his wife thinks the French thing is sexy. I just need you to say the most nonsensical, ridiculous stuff that just sounds sexy, and like record it. And then play it, and that way Salty gets mad thinking you're like flirting, but you're saying like you're talking about like biological composition of plants or some stupid shit like that. It just sounds sexy because it's in French. I think that would be hilarious. I don't know. What do you guys think? No?
You know what?
Michael does not look entertained.
Do you know what is actually the perfect clip for that already exists?
What's that?
The Matrix Reloaded. The Merovingian, and the character thinks he's being cute by cursing and swearing in French by just speaking casually, except whether it sounds good or bad in any language is all down to tone of voice.
Look at Ariel says. Ariel says you have to say it in a sultry voice. Yes, it's all about that.
It's like that scene. Remember, it's like that scene from True Lies. Say it doucement. Say it slowly.
Say it slowly.
You know what you sound like when you say that? You sound like the narrator of SpongeBob. 4 hours later. That's
2 hours later.
Yeah.
Hey, those are, see, damn, man. Yeah.
So,
I'm not even gay. That made me a little wet. That was a hot accent.
Seriously.
Oh, whatever. Yesterday you were more vulgar than that. Come on.
Weird. That's just weird. I mean, he's literally being like a SpongeBob narrator.
Oh yeah, exactly, Stan Lee. Maserati quattroporte. And all that really means is Maserati 4-door. Literally, that's exactly what that means. Quattroporte.
All right. Back to the show.
Yeah.
Master at Arms, Crazy Lady's about to get hired for.
She will not be doucement, and she will not say it softly.
Right.
Yeah, but the first thing she does is she says, "Okay, then you need to give me, free reign and no oversight." Blah blah blah. And the Dama's like, "Yep, do it." Which the problem is, again, he
totally comes to regret that.
Yeah,
just saying.
He trusts her because she's done a good job. But this is showing like certain time the checks and balances why they're so important.
Yeah, you guys didn't tweet this out. I was late, so I didn't get to, and you always retweet mine, right? You didn't tweet it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that. Go ahead. Sorry, I'll do that right now.
So, and that's what I think is really the moral lesson of this show is the great importance of checks and balances. It's her.
Yeah, man. Well, like, dude, like
under control.
I know this is a very small scale version of it, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. Like she thought she was totally justified in just on her witch hunt, but that's all it became at the end was a witch hunt.
Right.
And what bothers me is the first person she interviews is a fracking Cylon, right? It was Boomer. Wasn't Boomer the first one she interviews?
Yeah,
the frack, man. Yeah, I was like,
well, that's the funny thing. She was actually on the right track.
Yeah. It's like,
she really was on the right track to catching a Cylon. It's just that but because she let the power go to her head and stuff, she started thinking, hey, here, I have a chance to actually, put the commander in.
Well, what's funny is rewatching this morning after watching the last two episodes where I believe it was 6 tells Baltar or who somebody told somebody that Adama is a Cylon, and I lost my shit. And you guys kept laughing at me, and you were like,
that was
Lee in the
oh yeah, in the torture scene with Starbuck. Yeah. And he says Adama is a Cylon, and so now I'm like, was she barking up the wrong tree? That's the weird thing about going back and watching these after I watched.
And Dan, for $20, you can see exactly why Danny has that cool new look.
That's right. If you want me to take the glasses off, ladies and gentlemen, all you got to do is super chat or super tip or whatever the heck it's called, $20. Or I bet you he'd accept this. Go to supportsalty.com and sign up for the $20 tier.
Well, that's true. I would, somebody signed up for that. I would just go and verify it, and then
Yeah.
All right, so.
And then you get a month of content on top of why you get to find out I'm wearing these sexy Ray-Ban aviators from my good old buddy Sleepy Joe.
Hey.
What? These are totally Sleepy Joe glasses.
Come on, dude.
Come on.
We don't.
You know I'm going to never stop calling him that because of how much it bothers you.
Yeah, but then you don't want me to kick that.
I'm sorry. Okay, fine. President Joe. Can I call him Sleepy Joe after he's not president anymore?
Yeah, when he's not president, you can call him anything you want.
All right, I'll do my best to stick to that because I don't think he's got much longer.
If he doesn't win re-election, all you got to do is hold out until January of 2024.
5? Is it 5? 2025? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
4 is election.
Yeah, 4 is the election. 5 is what he swore in. Okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know if I can make that.
If he doesn't win, then
it's longer
you
than
can
I
call
thought.
him whatever you want. Like Trump is open game right now because he's not president. I
already gave Trump enough shit while he was president. It's just like boring now.
Former presidents, you can call them anything you want, but sitting presidents, I demand that you call them.
So I'm going to do that Stephen Colbert thing. George W. Bush, great president or greatest president? No? You guys don't remember him doing that? That used to be his question when he did the Colbert Show. He'd always he'd set people up, whether it was George W. Bush or whatever. He'd be like, Nancy Pelosi, the great Speaker of the House or greatest Speaker of the House, just to troll people. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
All right, so moving on, because now everybody's trying to come up with ways to insult President Biden.
See, I'm not the only one. That frack, man. See, I'm getting better at that. I'm actually digging this frack word.
Doesn't make it okay just because you're not the only one, okay? That's not justification.
One of us.
Yeah.
So say we all. So say we all.
There we go.
That was
Now you're
topical. That
really-
was good. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Cylons are watching Hilo wandering around on top of a roof.
This was creepy. Yeah, Boomer, fake Boomer, or not Boomer's up there with him.
Yeah, not Boomer is up there with Six and the other Doral, and so notice this is where we find out basically that Boomer is in on all this.
Oh yeah, and then later in a few scenes, Six has way too much fun beating the shit out of not Boomer, to play up the act or whatever. She's like, no, I don't think the real Sharon would give up that easy. Pow, pow, and then just lays into her,
and then boots under the ribs when she's down on the ground. And...
Yeah, it was brutal, man. Like you could tell Six really doesn't like this chick.
If you watch that whole scene as they pan the camera way back. Oh yeah, she just they told that actress to just keep giving it.
But the funny thing is that Trisha Heffler could not fight if her life depended on it.
Hey, look, man, there's things called stunt doubles, and there's things called suspension of disbelief, and she's so smoking hot, I'd actually believe anything she does. So there's that. Join me.
Guys, stop with the Biden stuff.
Salty. I didn't say a damn word about Biden. I was reading my.
I said guys, as in people.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I opened that can of worms.
Or I am going to start kicking people.
Wow. Okay, so,
I don't want to be a jerk about it, but it's going too far right now. So stop.
I guess I need to look at the comments, or maybe I shouldn't, because I would just egg them on.
Yeah,
I won't. I won't look. I'm working on my tweet still. So, all right, Trekker.
Anyway.
And JP from the East, man, we need to come up with a funnier name.
When they were making fun of George Washington, when they were they kept making fun of his wig. Like everyone wasn't wearing that kind of wig at the time. Come on.
Well, I'd give him more flack for his wooden teeth, but whatever.
Exactly, but no. Anyway, so then meanwhile, back on Galactica, we see Adama and the president having a conversation about what's going on, and they're both a little concerned that it could become a witch hunt, but at the same time, they also kind of agree that what's going on is necessary. And Alex, $4.99 super chat. And says this episode is a metaphor for all the fake investigations and convictions against President Trump. Yeah, it's a metaphor for investigations that won't happen for 15 years.
Yeah, it's gonna say it's a lot out of time.
Yeah,
this episode aired in 2004.
Yeah, I feel like this was more like. Yeah, I don't know.
This is just an episode like the Drumhead about witch hunts.
No, that's a really good. For those of you who haven't seen it in a while, or I guess he replayed the trailer before I got here. I watched the trailer. Like I was actually really glad you did that trailer because you were right, man. There were a lot of correlations, and I popped my tits when you did that Picard voice. You mean I could have just walked out the whole time?
Yeah. But Alex, look, this is not about a particular.
By the way, retweet the tweet, guys. I tagged you both in it. Sorry, okay. I'm done with that. Anyway, but go ahead. I didn't mean to. Yeah.
But no, it's not about a specific president. It's not about a.
His thing is a sitting president, guys. That's his thing. He thinks we should give the office of president more respect, regardless of who's in it, because they're our president. And while I disagree with him, I'm going to do my best to respect that and not refer to President Biden as
anything other than President Biden.
President Biden. There you go.
Yeah, I hear Dork Knight calls me Sleepy Joe. Well, Dork Knight, let me tell you, I'm going to drag your sorry ass back to Scranton and put you to sleep, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't even get away with making fun of Trudeau, so.
I love that clip so much. Oh my god, it's so funny. Anyway.
Yeah.
But
yeah, this is absolutely
waiting in the
just
wings here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is in no way tied to.
And Random Menace with a special 420 special says, "Greetings from the volcano. So say we are."
Super tip. 420 special.
And so,
you know, it's funny when Jason was helping me set mine up yesterday. Those are defaults. I couldn't believe that. Like, so the guys, Stream Elements are, they're stoners, man. Like, it's crazy.
Well, they're certainly internet nerds.
Yeah.
All right, so, oh man, that's
for a moment, I thought President Biden was going to say.
Oh my God! not without a substantial super chat from you, Ariel.
But Ariel, with enough of a super chat, that could happen. I'm not saying how. I'm just saying it could. And yes, in 2004, the Democrats liked Trump, but that's a whole other thing. Trump was a very different person in 2004. He was a Democrat, and he was the Clinton's best buddy.
Well, that's because they like to do what was that the whole pizza pedophile ring that they had together?
I don't know anything about. What were they over on?
Pizzagate. Yeah, you know about Pizzagate?
Epstein.
I thought
that whole Epstein thing.
Didn't he go to Epstein Island with them?
I mean, that's the rumor. I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny these accusations.
An awful lot of people went to the Forbidden Island.
I mean, like,
let me tell
they
you,
were hanging out there with Bill Gates. This isn't crazy.
Bill Gates went to the Forbidden Island, so do with that what you will.
That doesn't really surprise me at all. Have you seen Bill Gates? He kind of looks like Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the actual episode, shall we? Rather than talk about the evils of American politics. And then we see that the interviews are beginning, and so the sergeant at arms is basically interviewing everybody and finding out that there does seem to be something suspicious happening and revolving around Tyrrell. That Tyrrell seems to just like everybody says he's in a different place at the same time, and so she knows that they're covering for him. I mean, that's obvious. And so so she's basically trying to figure out what's really going on. And so, like I said, she comes so close to actually uncovering the Cylon. That's the sad thing, is she actually almost does it. And of course, Bird is defending Trump because Bird is Bird.
I did eat too fast. It digested, and now I'm eating fluffy popcorn. More for like trying to be more like comedic, like Michael Jackson. Not really eating a ton of it, just like. And I got to do my daily ASMR. Hold up.
No, you don't need to do. We don't need ASMR.
Okay.
Now I do have to say, as the show went on, that the whole level of convoluted cover stories for the Chief and for Boomer just got worse and worse. It was almost to the point of feeling awkward the first time I remember watching the episode.
Now, not as bad though as the cover stories when we find, when Colonel Ty and Six start screwing.
I just would what? Yeah, I mean, I'm not buying that. So here's the thing: since Boomer, I'm pretty sure she suspects at the very least that she might be a Cylon.
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't she? Why not just confess to? Yeah, I'm banging him. I'm sorry. And just like, well, yeah, but I just to throw the lady off the scent of the Cylon thing. Okay, yes, we're doing this and acting all weird because we love each other and we sneak off and make love, okay? Like, I'm kind of surprised she didn't take that approach, you know?
Me too. And Bert, don't get me wrong. I'm not making any serious accusations about Trump or Bill Gates or any of the people with Epstein Island because I'm not a prosecuting attorney. I'm not an expert on any of that. And you're muted, by the way, Jason.
Yeah, Bird, throw the shade my way. It was me who had
but
supposedly.
But don't take it so seriously. We're just having fun.
Yeah.
And so I'm
just jokes, like Bernie Mac used to say. They're just jokes.
I'm not throwing anything at Trump that I haven't thrown at everybody else, and I'm quite frankly, he's in enough trouble without me making fun of him. So I doesn't
all
matter
these
what
politicians
I think, okay?
all these politicians got 99 problems, but we ain't one of them.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Amen to that.
So now Boomer is on the stand, and unlike in the Drumhead, this room looks a little more serious. This room looks like if you get in trouble, you ain't getting out.
Yeah, there's guards at the door. The door's closed.
Yeah,
kind of had those vibes. Yeah.
And I didn't say he was a pedophile, Bird. That's not me. You can point the finger at someone else in this room, not me.
Who is bringing this up?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that was you, actually.
No, all I said was Bill Gates kind of looked like one, but I never used the word.
No, you did use the word. You said something about some kind of pedophile ring.
Pizzagate.
Yeah. Pizzagate.
I was just explaining. Never mind.
Anyway. This is a Friday night topic at best.
Yeah, right. Just take it away to the serious. We're not being serious here, okay? This is not a serious political discussion.
Nope.
All right. This is a discussion about Battlestar Galactica.
I have a drama teacher as the leader of my country, Bird. So hey, just life is a comedy on a good day.
Right. I understand that you love Trump. But this is not the Trump prosecution hour, nor is it the Trump defense hour.
Look, right. But to what you just said, Jason, I see your drama teacher and I raise you a reality television actor. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but at least he was a real estate mogul first. That's literally the only job that my guy had.
Hey, wait a minute. He's the second actor to be president in our lifetimes.
This is true.
This is a very crazy fact.
But Ronald Reagan did like westerns. He didn't do reality TV. So.
Yeah, I know. But that's just a natural progression. I mean, so
to
what's
put the comedic
happen,
spin on it.
What's seriously going to happen is like 3 elections from now, it's going to be whoever wins Survivor is going to be president of the United States.
No, what's going to happen is we're going to turn into Idiocracy. And we're going to have The Rock. The Rock's going to be the president.
I completely believe that Mike Judge was more right than he ever
was. Yeah, and like, what was his name? President Camacho or something like that. Yeah. That's The Rock. Okay, if that, I'm not for The Rock being president because that's when I know Idiocracy was prolific.
It's coming. It's coming.
Prophetic beyond.
Prophetic. Prophetic.
I still think it's going to be a we went from serious actor to reality show host, and I think then reality show contestant is next. And so it's just
Macho Camacho, yeah.
So it's just going to be, who wants to be the president? And so it'll be hosted by Donald Trump, and Donald Trump, I was the greatest president ever, and I am going to pick the next president. Who's going to be the president? And then they have a bunch of people that want to be the president, and every week one of them gets eliminated because they couldn't complete the challenge of the week. I feel
like I should buy that domain name to get ahead of the curve. Instead of who wants to be president?
Yeah.
.com. I wonder if that's available.
Oh man.
Anyway.
All right.
Back to the show at hand.
Yeah. And Volcano Bill tips another $1. Says no munching, please, without the mute button. It's annoying, like a visit from the in-laws.
Uh-ohs.
Thank you. I agree. I actually agree with the volcano villain. Ha! Suck on that, Danny.
Whowantstobeprez.com is available.
Alrighty.
Start parking all these domain names for the future,
Right.
and then
I ain't got that kind of money.
Cash out and move to Mars.
Yeah. She looks. This outfit is not very flattering on her, especially from this angle. Very baggy.
Well, I think it's just the lighting and the angle.
Yeah.
We've seen her in that uniform before. Yeah. But yeah, so and then we get Tyrrell and his testimony.
I'm surprised they didn't just come clean. I mean, both of them know they're looking for Cylons. I would have just been like, "Hey, we're just banging. Nothing to see here. Carry on." You know, like.
Well, at this point,
Because they get in trouble anyway later.
But they'd been already, but they'd been told to put an end to it already at this point.
Not yet.
So.
No, they haven't. Ty does that later.
Right. It's in this episode.
He does, but that's later. That's later.
Yeah,
no, that was in the previous episode.
Was it?
Yes.
This is the problem of watching these all too close.
I know, right? Yeah. Okay. Well,
because
alrighty then. I guess then that's a good reason.
Yeah.
Right.
So they were.
It was the previous episode where Ty told Boomer to end it. It's this episode where Tyrrell actually ends it.
Okay.
Remember, at the end of this episode, Tyrrell's like, "No, we're not worth.
We're done. Yeah.
Putting this guy in jail."
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
And
okay.
So,
well, I think he's got his eyes on that other chick
Hollywood's
anyway.
The only industry that's not that has not
Has not needed a bailout. I think is what he meant to say. Yeah. Needed a needless bailout.
That's not true. Hollywood gets so much government subsidies, it's not even funny.
Why do you think they shoot movies in like Atlanta?
For example, Vancouver and Toronto and Montreal.
You'll notice, watch the end credits of any movie, and you'll see some movie that's set in a specific location, but it was filmed in Quebec. It was filmed in Vancouver, BC, and it was filmed in Australia.
But also, they'll do the
tax credits from.
And they even mention that in the thank yous at the end of the credits.
Yeah,
they actually say like this film was made in part by a tax credit from the governments of Australia or whatever it is. You know, what I mean?
It's crazy.
Absolutely wrong. They get bailout after bailout after bailout from, and yes, Marvel Studios and DC are both based in Atlanta, Georgia, because they get huge tax credits for working there.
Yep. Yeah.
So no, they get bailouts every freaking day.
Yeah, bailouts and tax.
This is an interesting question from Ariel. I want to know if this is true or not.
Is the same actor that played the Romulan human hybrid in the Drumhead? I don't think so.
What? No.
I don't either, but. Now I kind of want to look that up.
Well, I've got IMDb here, so let me.
Oh, you're talking about the one kid that was being interviewed on the flight deck. I thought he looked similar too.
Go here.
But are you looking up?
Yeah, he's looking it up.
Yeah,
he's our version of Jamie.
Our research department is working on it, Ariel.
Yeah,
our research department being Jason.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was season 5, correct?
Huh? Season 4, episode.
Aravic, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I acknowledge you.
And let me go back to when she's doing the interviews. You're talking about this dude, I believe.
Oh, it's definitely not him. That's for sure.
Maybe, or no. Or you're talking about the dude that actually gets busted. All right, him maybe.
Yeah, it's definitely not him either.
No, there. Oh, shoot, had him for a second. Yeah, him? No.
So the half Romulan guy, was that Simon Tarsus?
Yes.
Or no, that was
Tarsus is the character.
Okay. No, that's Spencer Garrett. That's definitely somebody else altogether.
And Spencer Garrett didn't act on Galactica at all?
No.
Okay.
He's been in a bunch of other stuff. He's definitely recognizable without his makeup, but it's definitely not the same guy.
But did you look on his?
Yeah, I'm
sheet?
looking on I'm looking on his sheet right now. And we
in my chat, you're getting roasted, Mike.
Oh no.
Stop chewing in the mic.
Instead of ignored like poor Thomas as professor. Oh, good. Aravik's having a field day over in Danny's chat.
I'm trying, man.
Hey, we got a super chat.
Adultery is a military offense. Cause house allowance. Well, adultery is a military offense because the military believes that people should be upstanding moral citizens.
Well, some states it's called attempted alienation of affection. It's a law in the book in some states. I think Texas and North Carolina are two of them.
In the United States, in the UCMJ, at least when I was in, yes, adultery was an offense against the UCMJ, and in fact,
this is just for Ariel.
Okay, will you knock it off? There are people that actually ask you to stop. Okay, so
no, she told me to lick my fingers and suck on them.
I know, and there are other people that didn't want the sound effects, so you can we can still hear.
Sorry, you got me blocked, but whatever.
So the UCMJ also, like when I was in training. And this back in the 80s when I was in the only unit, the military police were the only combat unit that trained co-ed. And so we had men and women both training in one. So we had four platoons and that were trained together. And one of those four platoons was all female. And one of the girls by the end of basic ended up pregnant. And so the guy that knocked her up was
Sergeant, you got some splaining to do.
Wow,
no?
That sounded like borderline racist.
That's my Ricky Ricardo. Never mind.
No, so the guy that actually knocked her up was forced to marry her, and that was, that was required by the law.
Is that where the term shotgun wedding came from?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's mountain people in Tennessee.
That's more civilian, but because it's a assault rifle weapon.
Okay,
it's
an AR wedding.
But literally
50,
the entire
50
company
BMG
was there
wedding.
for the wedding, and the chaplain did the ceremony, and they were legally married there on base. Because you will take care of her and that child. That's basically the law.
Well,
and yes, Bird forced to marry her against her will. She opened her legs. He put his business in there. That was their will.
Okay, back to the show. This guy looks like he's really deeply contemplating why he's got to break up with Boomer right here. That's what that face was saying to me.
So so this is the guy I think that you thought was Tarsus. So I don't think that's Tarsus.
No.
He does have some similar looks.
His eyes are kind of frowny in the same kind of way.
Yeah. And so the
they never really. Where do they get these judges or whatever? Who are these people sitting at the table?
They're all captains of other ships.
They are.
They did select them from the fleet captains.
Well, why aren't they wearing their uniforms? Why are they all like in city
Because they're
clothes?
not military. Remember, the Galactica is the only military ship.
Oh, okay. So they're the captains of the civilian ships.
Yeah, because the problem is that in order,
so they're like glorified mayors or governors. They
right?
Just like,
because unfortunately, to do it properly, they would do since this is a military tribunal, they would have military flag officers. But Adama is the only military flag officer still alive. And so the best they can do is get civilian flag officers. And so that's what they do. But yeah, so this guy is kind of an idiot and starts to fess up to things that he did not do.
Well, he's also that happens a few times because there are people trying to protect Chief.
Yeah.
Because everybody again, everybody knows Chief and Boomer are banging, and they're just trying to protect him.
Right.
Yeah, and they like both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So because he's not the only one that he's not the only one that does it. He's the first one that does it.
No, the others aren't brought to testify about it, though. Notice that Boomer, Tyrrell, and him are brought to testify.
Okay. Yeah.
But we don't see Callie brought on the stand. So she doesn't lie under oath.
Yeah, thank you, Ariel. Me too. Look, when I eat if I just give it that 10 minutes to digest,
I was really hoping to see
I'm fine.
Live. That would have been awesome.
No, I'm good. I'm good now.
The ratings. But oh well.
No.
You should have seen the time that LDG share on the live stream.
If I ate because I can't eat bread because bread expands in your stomach. So if I ate like a 6-inch Subway sandwich, I would 100% throw up. So if you really want me to throw up, just send me some Subway.
Oh, by the way, you do have, since you're going to be there for at least a few weeks, that gift is on its way to you.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be here till the 24th.
It hasn't said shipped yet, but I ordered it.
Yeah, right on.
So, looking forward to seeing you sample it. I got him a nice, as a peace offering.
Carolina Ghost Pepper or something like that. You said what was it?
No, just a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
It's a nice.
I'll eat it live on your show for you, buddy. Don't worry.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. All right. So, by the way, one thing that we did was we went to the there's a new hot sauce store at the mall. We went to the Opry Mills Mall, which Jason knows where that is because he was there recently.
I was actually over there. Yeah.
And they have a new pepper. What's it called? Pepper something store, and all they sell is hot sauce. And we got some of it's a ghost pepper and scorpion pepper hot sauce. So looking forward to trying some of that.
You're literally making my mouth water. I know it has the opposite effect on you guys, but I love that stuff.
Oh, I like it when I haven't been murdered by some appetizer from Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, okay. I'll be sure to order you one of those chocolate bars too after you see what it does to Danny.
You know what? I really hope. I mean, I'm not going to say I can't predict the future. I just really hope I eat it like it's nothing, though. I really do. Just so you're so disappointed.
That's not possible. Trust me, I've had one of those things. It's not possible because if you haven't seen it, I've had the little nitro 12 million Scoville gummy bear. I've had the one chip challenge super tortilla chip. This chocolate bar is worse than anything else I've ever had. It's called Satan's Pleasure.
The most evil thing we ever managed to do to somebody, if we're going to go off the rails for a minute, well, this will get you laughing. So one day, and this of course is way back in the early 90s, so spicy stuff wasn't nearly as bred to be as insanely spicy as it is today.
Right.
But anyone who knows what a Scotch bonnet is knows that this is a decidedly not cold spicy pepper. Like Scotch bonnets are definitely not to be trifled with even today. Like if you've got a weak stomach, don't go eating I literally mean like eating an actual Scotch bonnet straight up, like you're eating a green pepper or something. So a friend of a bunch of us went to a grocery store and bought a small bag of these things. And they're innocuous looking things. They're usually just green in color. You never got a clue. So a bunch of us that were all friends, we all worked at a McDonald's in the neighborhood. And we went over to the store because most of us were off that night. And this one guy was working. And we tricked him or goaded him into taking one of these Scotch bonnets and just eating it. And he was not paying attention to what was going on. And he bit down full into this thing. And he still had to finish the rest of his shift.
I really do
3
think you're going to be
hours later.
surprised.
We came back 3 hours later, and this poor guy was drinking a cup of milk every 20 minutes, and just
First of all, cow's milk is disgusting. I don't care how hot something is. You're not going to catch me drinking that. Second of all, I really do think you guys underestimate how much I like spicy food. So, it's I'm looking forward to this. And Ariel felt the need to point out that the 45 minutes I was hoping for is gone.
He's long gone.
But I think we're halfway through the episode, though, so that's
we
good.
are over the halfway point, yeah.
All right, cool.
Credits cover the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So we're doing okay. All right, so so this is your
This is where she gets the shit beat out of her, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I think that
no.
This is
yeah.
This is where are you ready for what comes next? Because he actually walks in the direction he needs to not be then murdered, because they were going to just kill him.
Yeah, they're going to murder him if he didn't go rescue.
If he didn't.
And this is such obvious day for night shooting. I hate that.
If he wasn't in love, do you think he loves you? He said sex with me. That doesn't mean anything. Does he love you? It's like, wow.
Yes, Danny likes breast milk, but he likes breast milk from sheep.
No, I know. First of all, humans, do you really want to get on this? Because I think I've felt this way forever.
No, because
humans are the
never
only
gonna
species
finish.
on planet Earth that drink the milk of another species. It's not natural. It's disgusting. It makes no sense. None.
Were they all?
And you know what? You know what breast milk, human breast milk has in it? Colostrum. You know what colostrum's good for? Oh, I don't know. Brain development, keeping your hair color, all kinds of. Don't get me started. Don't even. Just don't even.
Wow, we found,
cow's milk is disgusting. It's gross.
We found a rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah, dude, I don't understand. How
I
people,
will say this: I want to know who that first person was who was like walking around the field saying, that sack hanging underneath the cow?
Right? Like, who thought of that? That's a great question. Who? Where did this come from? Who thought of this? It's like, yeah.
Where's the first genius that said, "I want some"?
Yeah,
God,
probably
I'll bet you whoever he was from Quebec.
You made coke come out my nose, man.
God.
How much that burns?
Bird points out we are also the only species to go to the moon.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a good or a bad correlation.
$2 says, how many Guardians of Forever does it take to change a light bulb? Since before your sun burned in space, I have awaited that question.
Oh gosh. Not only some men, Ariel, sadly, this man. I got little ones. They're not quite A cups.
Mubulars.
Yeah, they're like A- cups.
Super tip.
Super tip.
Thank you. All right.
There you go.
And wow. See, I just can't. This is why we can't have nice things.
Whatever.
Right. So
speaking of nice things, this lucky chick gets another cigar.
Yeah, she's getting the last cigar on Earth from everybody.
Right? It's like, and it was weird because was Six getting jealous in this scene? It felt like she was getting a little jealous, like because she's standing behind the curtain while he's kind of flirting with her. Because he just can't help himself. Because
she gets jealous regardless of who it is that he starts. Flirting with.
Not really. Not regardless, because only with certain people, only with people that matter.
Yeah, like she was like I read that she was getting jealous over this scene, right? Like
and yes, Cronus, it does kind of look like it's a vibrator, but she gets a little.
It looks like a cigar tube. You filthy minded individuals. It's exactly what it looks like.
She gets a little jealous about Starbuck and Boomer, but as far as almost anybody else, she doesn't give a crap if where Baltar gets his jollies. And so as long as it's not Starbuck or Boomer.
That's true.
Ariel's comment is great. Salty. I wish I could highlight these. So, yeah, there you go. Salty almost always seems like a disappointed father during these streams. Amen to that.
I am really. That's a very good way to describe my feelings.
Yeah. But no, like, because there's I know we can't play it, but there's even for half a second, and I actually just think Starbuck can't help herself. I don't think she's actively flirting with the guy, but she's passively flirting with the guy, whether it's subconscious or not. Like there's a couple of moments, couple looks, couple smiles, a couple things that happen in this scene with her where she's reciprocating his flirtation, which I think might even be what feeds in a little bit to when Six comes out from behind. She's wearing like a little cream colored teddy. She's like half naked.
I think that Six, because she gets mad at Baltar, that's why she ends up banging Colonel Ty.
Oh, shut up. That's not happening. There's no way. There's no way that's happening. I know I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. There's just no way.
I'll put some money on it.
I got a better chance at shagging her than he does. So, yeah, maybe I should put some money on it.
Double or nothing on all the money you owe me.
Hey, Jason, can I get a lifeline like in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Should I take that bet? Yes or no? Don't wait for the translation. Answer me now.
No matter how I react, I will pollute all of this. I'm sorry.
See, now it makes me think, holy crap, is it possible?
You know, I'm a gambling man. I live in Vegas. Yeah, I'll take that bet. There's no way Six and Ty bang. No way.
How does that line go from Rocky and Bullwinkle? Stay tuned till next time to see what our hero gets into or whatever.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, anyway, moving on.
No, there's that. Yeah, little.
That
I guess it's more. It's a shimmering cream. It's not quite gold. You know, it's like a.
All right, so
and this is I use the thumbnail from this. She's about to choke his ass out for
yeah. And what's really fun too is in that scene. And I know we don't want to let this play, but if you go back and you watch this scene in the show, and you pay attention to anyone
with her while he's walking down the corridor, sometimes.
Well, the fun part with this one, and we kind of talked about this a smidge yesterday, is pay attention to everyone except Baltar and Head Six. Watch all the other characters. Everybody is looking at him like he's out of his freaking
like he's
mind.
batshit crazy, especially in this scene. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because she's not there.
Yeah, but it really, like I say, as far as the production and the acting and the requirements
Go ahead, sorry.
It all ties back to when I was pointing out that whole bit at the desk too, and we were talking about the episode yesterday.
I think our audience
amazing work.
I think our audience appreciates it more when I do have the power to highlight comments because you really truly do ignore them. Stan Lee says headlights are on, must be cold in there. Have you not seen any episodes of Friends with Jennifer Aniston? That's nowhere near Jennifer Aniston levels. So I'm not even no. I don't buy that for a second. And then Ariel says, Salty, don't you owe money to Danny for my tippage, or does he owe you more than what I've given? So, Ariel, there's this imaginary ledger from when I cussed. Because I used to I'm amazed he's still. I have done a lot better. You guys got to acknowledge that. I really have.
Yes, sir.
But when I first came on the show, I was dropping cuss words every 30 seconds.
And there was a jar that turned into a wheelbarrow that turned into a 50-gallon drum.
Yeah. So,
Best estimates is he owes me somewhere in the neighborhood of like $700 to $800.
Yeah.
So I'm giving him a way to get that ledger cleaned up.
And I gave him 50 once. But that was that just barely scratched the surface. So I was just like,
yeah. So all the performing arts is indentured servitude, right?
Yeah. And Kronos, if you want to see the black guy, my friend, you got to pay for it. You got to pony up the $20 super tap or super tip or the Patreonage, whatever you say that, patronage, whatever.
Patreon.
Yeah, that.
The Patreon.
SupportSalty.com.
Yeah.
Dude, this was my She's
and it's like, does nobody see the fact that he's being thrown up against the bulkhead by nothing?
Oh, they do.
I really wish. I really wish like you could like just do a quick zoom out, like
there
freeze
are
frame it
shots
still,
in the
and see
not in this
like,
episode, but in some of the episodes where you see him interacting with her, and without her in the scene, and you know, like, and people are just like, huh? Well, you know, because you know, shots like this where he's like thrown up against the wall, but she's not there.
yeah.
So okay, so I've got it at just a spot. I'm gonna get the
Okay,
the
we got another person, Brianna Fraley. Full disclosure, that's my little sister. The thing is, you got to pay to play if you want to see and you want to start asking questions.
Too?
It's a 20. Do what? You didn't know I had a sister?
I didn't know you had a sister. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she's 6 days younger than my oldest son. How gnarly is that? It was straight up like Father of the Bride 2 with my first marriage and my mom and her second marriage. Because like my wife and my mother were pregnant at the same time. It's crazy. Yeah.
All right. So you have something to show?
Yeah. So I'm going to present mine because I've got the time index exactly right.
Okay.
So you can see there's a guy right down
right there.
Here,
yeah,
coming into frame.
Yeah.
And as soon as they pan back, when they flip the camera, there he is going, bro?
You okay, man?
Bro? Can I help you, sir? So yeah,
everybody just thinks he's crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
they do such a job with it.
And so, yeah, for good reason. Yeah, there's that shot right there. He's just like,
and he's just like walking by like,
Carry on. Nothing to see here. Nothing to talk about.
Ask me no questions.
And here's your favorite
no
part
lies.
where they're beating the crap out
As you
of
were.
not Boomer.
I could have swore it was daylight when they were doing it, though.
Well, it is. It's day
but
for
they do
night
that
light.
stupid filter garbage.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is daytime, but they're trying to pretend it's night by putting a heavy blue filter on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not even my sister. That's my mom. The heck?
What?
No, like look at the comment.
Oh, Penny on daughter's cell phone.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I thought that was my sister.
Trolling you. Your mom is trolling you. That's funny.
Jesus. All right.
Maximum trollage.
Yeah. Right. And here I thought my sister was supporting the show. Oh, well. Hey, since you got her phone, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button for me, Mom. Anyway.
Yeah.
I like this. So she's like, nope, not quite enough. And she takes off her jacket.
Yeah. She says like, Shannon would put up more of a fight, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, look at those skinny little arms. Come on. I mean, you need a little bit more gun work to make that look scary.
Yeah, and then the back shot where she just boots her right in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, from a distance, the shot works. Although looking at that, I mean, with the blistering hot moonlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this is Mandela effect. I could have swore it was daylight when I watched this.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, look at that. It's bright daylight.
I'm not really sure what artistic achievement they were shooting for with that, but it was kind of.
Yeah, they should have just made it a daytime scene rather than try.
Yeah, they should have. Yeah, I've seen if maybe the sunglasses were messing up, but no, it's like it's
abnormally dark. Yeah,
yeah.
I do love this. This is a great little shot where we start on Adama's glasses, go out of focus, and then come in on his face. I just like that shot.
That sounded way dirtier than you meant it, brother. Just throwing that out there. Anyway.
Dude.
You said it, not me.
You are a horrible.
You've been on one the past couple days, man. I don't know. It's like, I mean, Maybe I'm rubbing off on you the wrong way. I don't know.
Oh, when you say I sound horrible, you're rubbing off me the wrong way.
Phrasing. Yeah, phrasing. Yeah, my bad.
That's. I think we just found ourselves in the middle of that scene from Down Periscope when Kelsey Grammer, as the captain of the Baleo class, is trying to speak politely in the presence of a lady on board the sub. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie and remember
I
that.
have not.
It's a terrible.
I haven't seen that movie. It's one of those like
terrible.
'90s spoof movies in the vein of like Hot Shots or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but they have him speaking plainly, but everything he says is being laughed at by everyone in the crew. And this lady, the young lady played by what's her name? Someone in the comments will get it before I even get it up. But it's the actress that played the love interest in.
You need
Dumb
to screen cap this every time I say something that you're just so disappointed or frustrated with me in. You just show this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's what this looks like. It's just like
this is Adama's Picard facepalm moment.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, Lauren Hawley. She was
Okay.
She was the actress that was playing in Down Periscope, and so they're trying to do the whole being overly awkward and double entendres for like a straight 2 minutes. It was, yeah. So yes. So moving on from the new Picard facepalm scene.
Yeah. So he and the president are trying to figure out what to do about all the mess, and then right while they're talking, the Marines come in to take Adama to test.
Adama, your presence is requested in the trial rooms or whatever.
Which this moment is in the drumhead as well. I was actually going to show those two moments side by side. The only difference is in the drumhead, it's just the lady basically walking in and saying your presence is requested, not the Marines.
Right.
It's much more imposing when it's the Marines.
Hey, Kronos, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Later on, brother.
Have a good one, Kronos.
See you, Kronos.
Meanwhile, in Day for Night, we have, Carl is, trying to survive, even though he's not really in any danger. And he's killing some Cylons. And then he finds Not Boomer, who has been, she's been beaten up pretty good. They did a pretty good job on her.
No, I mean, like they, and it works, hook, line, and sinker. He buys the whole thing. So,
yeah, he does buy it, and so they go wandering off. And then we get the scene that I
Super Ted.
Oh, and Joe Biden, thank you, says hello, my friends. Just got it from a nap. Lots of Florida nights, something, and then it disappears.
Oh well, that's because the hockey game is in 30 minutes. Puck drops about 45. It's Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final playoffs, where my glorious team, the Dork Knight or the Golden Knights, sorry, are up 2-0 in the series. Hopefully, we sweep them.
Playing?
The Florida Panthers.
Go
And
Florida!
I shall react in the most Canadian way possible. None of our teams are in, so there's no Stanley Cup this year.
I gotta agree.
Man. You know what's cool is I think that
okay, here it is.
I think
lots of Florida Knights can't wait for Game 8. Hail Karoga. That's what he said.
Game 8. That dude. First of all, there's only. So he's being silly because it's the best of 7 series. For those of you who don't know, and second of all, I don't think this thing's going to go past 4 games. I think we're going to sweep them. I really do. I think we're going to crush them.
And right now you're up 2-0.
Yeah, we're going to smash them.
No,
Dude, that last game we smashed them 7-2. Smashed them.
It's going to be Florida in 6.
Whatever. Oh, well, so they're going to do the reverse sweep. F you, man. They are not doing the reverse sweep. No, there's no way. No.
Yep. Florida in 6. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Because F you. So
keep it up. I'm going to live stream because I'm having friends over for reasons, so I don't get tempted by going to the bar or whatever. And I'm half tempted to live stream it just to like. I would only if I could force. No, I would only do it if I could force you to have to watch. Then I would do it.
Yeah. I won't.
I know. I know.
You could force me to, you know what I'll do? I'll play some Diablo 4 and pretend I'm watching. And I'll go, yes, Florida, you're awesome. Funny how you look like demons. But, that's okay. So,
okay, back to the show.
Yeah, back to the show. Now, I do like this interaction, the questioning between her and Adama before we get to the Adama getting up and walking out. Is actually pretty
Which
good.
is like the gangsterest of gangster moves. I'm sorry. I love that.
It really is.
Yeah.
He's like, this is over. You've lost your way. Like, and just fucking walks off.
Yeah. The best part is actually when he walks up to the guard and he's like,
he's like, make your choice, son.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And the guards back him up. I love it. You got to love it, man. Yeah.
But I do like here when
I'm enjoying this episode, guys. I don't want people thinking I dislike the episode. This just wasn't my
it's not an action episode.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. Like literally at the end of every episode, but this one, I say, oh, it's good.
This Saturday.
I know you keep telling me. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to
it. You are going to explode in a joygasm on the hand of God.
You well, not just that, but also.
Well, if you guys want to see that live, you better get into the Patreon at supportsalty.com.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I will definitely be surprised if we don't end up having
going, Yosef.
Absolutely.
Oh wow. Take care, Random Menace. Thanks for hanging out for so long. Sorry to keep you up so late.
Yeah, if we don't have some absolute gems from you watching Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down, then I give up on life. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, you are going to absolutely lose your mind on Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down. And then when you see Hand of God, you are just going to be like thinking this.
You'll be back to your "Where's my Star Wars?" Oh, it's over here.
You're going to be thinking, "Wow, we finally have Star Wars again."
Right on. Yeah. No, I'm really. No, Saturdays, especially as of late, the highlight of my week. I love it, so I'm very much looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Yeah.
So. But this moment here, when she says, why have you allowed this illicit sexual relationship to go on? And he's like, I'm a soft touch. I just love
it's like he's the most.
That's what I'm saying.
Ruthless commander with how he barks his commands.
The word you're looking for is gangsta. The man is a gangster. Dude,
but I love the fact that they even show like all the captains behind him laughing.
Okay. So the next moment of when you've got spare time, if you actually want to do a short for the YouTube channel, you're gonna have to take the still, and then work back just a little bit from when Adama stands up in front of the two guards, and then when he finishes his line, add in the da 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 da. And then the goofy 8-bit sunglasses drop on top of his eyes.
Yeah.
So yeah, he is very deadpan with his answers, which. But then
I wish I could see his thought bubbles. How about he's like.
But the second
didn't I hire you to do this? What the shut your mouth is wrong with you?
So the moment she comes to the point where she starts to accuse him, he's like, no.
Yeah.
And that's
this witch hunt's over.
Yeah. I ain't giving no Picard speech. I'm done.
Yeah.
We are.
So I'm saying it was like gangster. And then show us the clip, or not the clip, but try to pause it right when he's at the dudes trying to walk out the room.
Oh yeah. So then he turns to leave, and she yells for the guards to restrain him.
Yeah. Look at that. How badass is this dude? 3 armed guards. He just drops a line.
Yeah, make your choice.
Parts like the Red Sea.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's I've got the frame perfectly lined up for the face-on shot, and it's this. Boom. He's just, yeah. What you gonna
Choose
do?
wisely.
Yeah, because
Oh, you managed to nail it too. Yeah.
He's like, yeah. What are you gonna do? You gonna try to take me down? You really think you can take me down?
Yeah.
So obviously, guys, I'm laughing. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying it. It's a different kind of. It is tonally different than. Somebody's knocking on my door. I'll be right back. That's weird.
Yeah.
And Danny was never heard from again.
It's like, FBI, let us in. What?
So yeah, this was.
Oh, there would have been so much smoke burning coming out of that kid's ears if that was for real and for real.
I know. Could you imagine? I mean, you're sitting there thinking what this guy's got to be thinking, because depending on what he does, he's got the only commanding officer left in the military standing in front of him, and he's got orders to arrest the guy. And yeah. He's in a tough spot.
I bring this on myself.
What'd you do?
No, okay. So, shut up, Dex. It was a wellness check. 'Cause apparently, people are worried about me. So,
well, yeah,
we care about you, man.
Like I said, I brought it on myself. Anyway, but I'm back, so we're good. What'd I miss?
Yeah,
nothing.
We were just saying, still, like, imagine you're standing in front of the last high-ranking officer, and I was saying, imagine if this was a real moment, the guy's ears would be just puffing smoke.
If you're that security guy, you're that Marine, and
what do I do?
You're facing down with a Dama, and your orders are to arrest him.
Yeah, it's like you make the wrong choice. You're not going to just move to someplace else anymore. You're in the fleet, man.
Yeah. I'd say he chose wisely.
Yeah, exactly.
And so so he's like, he looks at the Dama, he looks back at her, and he's like, okay, we're gonna arrest you.
Oh.
And then
is that that's the colonial one, right? The blue and silver one.
That's colonial one. That's where the president lives.
I'm learning this stuff. I'm learning names and ship names and people's names.
Oh, yeah.
So then she makes the official announcement that at the end of the investigation, which she, they did take her investigation seriously, even though they cut it off there.
Yeah.
But they did use her investigation where they said, okay, so they came up with the conclusion that the Cylon used the open door in the causeway to access the gun locker, that it was left open due to negligence. And the person who left it open was this one dude who confessed to it.
Right. Let me reply to this. Martin, that's so sweet. No, because I have to have 1,000 subs. I have enough watch hours.
Yeah.
Mostly because of that viral video, but I don't have I have to have 1,000 subs. But if you want to support me or super chat me, I can put a link in the description, or I can put a link in the chat. I just don't want to piss off Salty because I did it yesterday as a joke.
Just put that link in your description.
It is in the description. If you go to the description,
if you go to on his channel, you go to the stream and look in the description. You can donate directly to him.
Yeah, you can either buy a shirt to support me, or you can just give me a donation tip through Cash App.
And you should give me the link for the shirt so I can put that in the description on mine.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
I don't mind putting the link to the shirts on mine.
Okay, cool.
People might think that I'm selling merch. I don't care though.
Well, I mean, we have been talking. I do want to. I want to do at least one Nerdfight shirt, and I already talked to the guys I work with, and they said that's cool. Yeah. I put the link in the private chat for you. So there you go. But thank you, Martin. That's very sweet of you to ask and to bring up. But I need like 700 something more subs.
And just so you guys know, I mean, and Danny and I have talked about this. As time goes on, 100% of any money made through merchandising of the channel is going to Danny. And so it's not like Danny's going to get nothing out of the deal. But Danny's also going to be in charge of designing the merch.
Right.
So, but he's, so if we can grow this thing, then he'll be able to get all the money out of merchandising. And I get the super chats, I get the easy money, but that's what I get for being disabled.
Well, that's what you get for having 12,000 subs. My God, man.
Yeah, we got. Hopefully, we stem the tide on that, and we start pushing that back up.
Yeah. But we need to. Yeah, I was up to 15,000 for a while.
Well, when you first met the Salty Nerds, you had 4 times as many subs as them, and now they just passed you up. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, so we got to work on that.
That doesn't bother me as much as because I'd rather have a lower number of subs and know that people are watching than have a high number of subs and have inconsistent numbers.
Gotcha.
And
that makes sense. You'd rather have a passionate, dedicated, smaller audience than like an undedicated, larger one.
Right.
Basically. Yeah, I got you.
And we know most of the people that show up, and that's kind of fun.
Yeah, which makes it fun, getting to talk
when
to.
you start and I'll be honest, if we're successful, and we'll get to this point eventually, where we'll still see people we know and love, like Thomas and Stan and Martin and all these guys, but then we'll see 100 names we don't know.
Yeah, and that does. Yeah, there's a certain level of intimacy with the audience today.
Yeah,
and eventually that will kind of be hard to maintain.
No, I love it. Everybody gives me shit. I don't care if you're laughing at me or with me, kind of thing. We're all having fun. Right. I feel like even though I've not met 99% of these people in person, we're very friendly. I love it. I love your audience. I really do. Your fans.
Jason is playing Tetris, according to Aerial Ballet. Sees the reflection on your glasses.
No, it's not Tetris. I was just snooping around on Social Blade just out of curiosity.
Yeah. So he's
what do you see in the reflection of mine?
I
see the president.
You can see something, but
it's the president. I'm looking right at her. It's us. Yeah.
As long as you're not looking at porn, get me in trouble.
That would be.
First of all, man, I'm pretty sure my thingy. I'm trying to be PG here. I'm pretty sure it's broken. I haven't used it in like a month. There's no hope for me, so I'm good. This is my celibate. This is my celibacy beard. Yeah.
and the upside is there is no zoom and enhance that could actually bring those small little lenses up to high enough resolution.
Yeah.
You down in the corner, it's like, there's not enough CSI Miami available.
I don't know. I think his
make
thingy
that
works
work.
just fine every time 6 comes up on screen.
Well, I mean, my hormones do, but this guy doesn't.
But your thingy will never work again once you see 6 and Colonel Ty getting it.
Oh my God! I'm telling you, I took the bet. That ain't happening. There's no way. There's no chance in hell that's happening. Sorry, HE double hockey sticks. It's not happening. Speaking of hockey sticks, puck drops in 30 minutes. Let's carry on.
Right.
So what? You really want to watch your team lose?
Dude, we're going to crush them. We're going to smash them. We're going to smash them. Mark my words.
By smash them, you mean lie down and watch the other guy.
Super chat.
And yes, Martin with 2
pounds.
Yes.
Oh, see, so pounds. That's what he's like. I can't do this Cash App thing. I'll just give Salty the money, and that's fine. He needs it more than I do.
Towards the chair.
Towards the chair.
I need a better chair.
Are you in the same room? Like your background looks different. I meant to ask you that the other day.
Yeah, I'm in the same room.
You are. Is it angled differently? Because
I think it's just the lighting's a little different.
Oh, okay.
And the angle might be slightly different.
Because you had like two double, like you had like a set of French doors behind you.
Yeah, that's the French door right there.
Yeah, he's been moving the camera back and forth between
either
on his left or on his right, and right now it's on his left.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And yes, Stanley, it's called the T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Huge.
Guess what? We have a ski resort at Mount Charleston. It's not just casinos out here, people. It's a huge misconception.
Ski resort.
Hey, I've been there. It's nice.
No, it's legit. I saw the snow in May.
How high is the highest mountain around there?
Somebody's gonna have to Google that. I don't know, man. I'm not a damn geologist or whatever. I don't care about that stuff. Yeah.
Research, Jason, activated.
Did I turn the light on? Yeah. To see if I turn the light back on. This is what. See, that's what the light on. That's the light comes from over here. So yeah. Anyway, so
she's doing her political spin.
So her political spin was basically talked about what they found and that this one guy confessed to the negligence. Then that it allowed the Cylon to do it, and that he has been stripped of rank and will be now living in the brig. And when
they got their patsy.
And when that news comes out, I mean, Tyrell just about loses it. Right?
This is why he breaks up with Boomer here in a minute. Yeah,
right. So Tyrell hears that one of his boys is
not just one of his boys, the one that lied for him, took a bullet for him, tried to protect him.
Right.
But
that's what I'm saying. So one of his boys is going to be now rotten in jail because because of their forbidden love.
Yeah.
And so he goes. By the way, a fun fact: the model that you see, and you will see this model ship throughout the series. Adam working on this model ship. That model ship is on loan from the museum. I believe it's like I can't remember the name of it, but it's a big museum in Vancouver.
Oh, I did not know
that. That model is like.
I thought you were going to say it was like the RMH Enterprise or something.
But that model's like 100 years old or something, and it's like, priceless and all this. So, in case you care.
Yeah. So, random factoid to drop in: Mount Charleston to the west, and it's over 2 miles above sea level.
Okay. And it's a 35, 40-minute drive from where I live.
Now, good for you, man.
Yeah. I took my kids there a few years ago.
We get some real skiing.
Some what? Where? Who? Huh?
Mount Hood. That's in Oregon.
Yeah, way up.
No, that's a little bit further than a 35-minute drive for me. So yeah.
Yes, but that's where have you ever seen The Shining?
Yeah.
That's where the Overlook Hotel exterior shots were filmed.
Oh, right on.
That's on Mount Hood. Anyway, so he's
I'm not on the tourism board for Nevada, but there's more like Ariel says in the chat. There's more than Vegas here in Nevada. You've got Mount Charleston, you got the Red Rocks. If you're into hiking, like yesterday and today were gorgeous. And I know this because my ex.
Honestly, the best thing about Nevada is that you can leave without having to pay a surcharge or anything. You can just drive out of the state.
Yeah. Is this a hint? Is this
yeah, it is.
We dropping hints here? Okay.
Yeah, so
all right.
You can't leave.
All right, back to the show.
Anyway, so fun
absolute shellacking that's about to come here.
Yeah.
And the reason that I'm mentioning that this model is priceless antique from a museum is, and don't worry, you will totally forget about this by the time it happens, because it's not until like many seasons from now. Okay. But there's one scene where something horrific happens. And,
don't tell him.
Okay.
It'll still take away. I want the genuine Danny with that.
All right, don't tell him. We'll talk about it when it happens.
Thank you, Jason. Yeah. Thank you, Jason.
Good I want that one genuine, because that was.
Yeah, but there's a scene. There's a scene involving that ship.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Tyrell comes in and says, "Well, hey, wait a minute. There's been a mistake. He was just covering for me, because of the fact that I was."
Well, he shouldn't have had to been covering for you, Jack.
And I like what he said. He goes, he's like, hey, he lied under oath. He either lied the first time or the second
time. Either way, he lied.
Yeah. And so he is where he belongs. and you belong in jail too, but you make my planes fly, and I need my planes to fly.
Yeah. Yeah,
Space
yeah.
planes.
It's space planes.
Yeah, and you know what though? To Chief's credit,
That model, man, that model ship is gorgeous.
it is. To his credit, right after the scene, he goes and he breaks it off with Boomer. Which
Right.
I tell you what, he's a stronger man than me. He's made a sterner stuff than I, because I don't know if I could have done that. I know, it's just like.
And
Smoking
so, and he says, you know, and he will be in there because you couldn't keep your fly
zipped. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
that was brutal. That was a great. That was another gangster Adama moment.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at his face there. He's just you know. And this is where again they so struck gold when they got Edward James Olmos to be on the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know.
No, he's great in it.
And almost didn't want to be on the show at first. When they pitched the idea to him, he was like, "No, I ain't doing some stupid space show." And
Devin, you are too sweet. I just saw your comment. I appreciate that. You don't have to, but if you do, awesome. But thank you. Jason's helping me out with Stream Elements. I just got to verify my PayPal, which is going to take like a week or two. So you know that'll be easier
once
for
that's
people.
done, that'll make life a whole lot easier. For
Yeah.
everybody.
But thank you. It's very sweet.
And
And it's even got a 420 waiting for him in there.
It does.
Yeah, I checked this morning just to see that it survived, and it's sitting there waiting there pending.
Yeah, no, I can't accept it until
because you made a test donation, right?
Yeah, I gotta verify it. Which I'm glad we did that, because my dumbass Sunday would have unrolled it and like it would have been screwed.
Yeah, but like I can't. It's all stuck there.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
So Edward almost said he didn't want to be in some stupid space show, and it wasn't until they promised him, they swore up and down there would not be any aliens.
Okay,
I think I've heard that before. Yeah, because as soon as you said the no aliens, because he didn't want to get into some Star Trek, Star Wars.
Yeah,
right. And so when they made the absolute swear up and down on my mother's grave, I will not put any aliens in the show, he agreed to do it. But then and man, they so lucked out that they got him.
Yeah, no, he's
working for peanuts. I mean, he's working for way less than he's worth. And all these guys, because he's really, him and Mary McDonald are both established names and could demand much higher salaries than they were getting.
They also both scale. Yeah, they both of those actors also transitioned from movies to television for this show. If I'm not mistaken, and I'm pretty sure Edward James almost went back to doing some movies after this. I could be wrong on that. I think he did that. I think he's done at least a couple.
But I honestly think this is his best role. I just all the stuff I've seen him do, I don't think he's ever done better.
Yeah.
And same thing with Mary McDonald. I love her as President Roslin, and the two of them have such great chemistry together, and and yet they're working for nothing. And and the thing that shows is that they're doing it because they love doing it. They're not doing it because they're making a bunch of money, or because some producers say, "Come on, you can do it for the kids."
Hey, Mercer, in typical Mercer fashion, you show up 5 minutes before the end of the show.
That's Mercer.
But hey, man, but welcome.
Yeah. That's our Mercer.
His two big things from his early career were Blade Runner and Miami Vice.
He wouldn't even kiss her back.
No, he held the line. He's like, no, sir.
He's like, nah, it's not
true.
worth. And he gives he breaks it down. He's like, because of us, because of what we did.
I've got the line in the subtitles. It goes, "I risked my career, my freedom, my integrity for what?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that's
So his friend could rot in jail for his loyalty.
Yeah.
Like that's just yeah. So
Yeah.
anyways,
next line, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he hooks up with the chick that was almost raped, that threatened to bite something other than an ear off. Like I forget her name, but I would not be surprised if those two end up together.
Callie?
You know? Is that her name?
So you think
think that's her
Tyrell and
name,
Callie
yeah.
are going to get together?
Possibly. I could see that. I mean, because they're equals, right? They're not, or is he?
He's her superior.
Well,
Yeah.
then never mind. I thought they were equals. Because like in the military, you got to be equals, right? To fraternize.
Well,
Don't
you just can't be in the same chain of command, technically.
Yeah, you got to be in separate units, effectively.
Oh, okay.
Because that's why one of the reasons that they got in trouble was because she's his superior.
Yeah.
Because he runs the flight deck and she's a flight officer.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And so, and then he is in charge of the grunts on the flight deck, and she's one of the grunts.
Okay. Well, then okay. Never mind. I retract my hypothesis. Then. Yeah.
But I love this scene because she is just like, and this goes back to we talked about the programming differences between 6 and 8.
Sorry, Ariel's comment. That was great.
So she was. Now, think about it. This is the programming differences between 6 and 8. 6 is a seductress, right? That's her whole thing. 8 is this like needy. She always just needs to be comforted and close.
That song
and,
from
and all that.
Love Me,
And the second this is over, she's like, okay, let's go, honey. She's just like right back to the needy lovey-dovey stuff.
Yeah. Stanley, Sharon, Boomer, 8. Those are all interchangeable as the same person.
Yeah, 8.
Right.
Yep.
But this one is Boomer because Boomer is a specific 8, and this is
Yeah.
it, right? So
Sharon on Caprica will get a name at the very beginning of season 2.
Right now she's just not Boomer, but later on she'll get a name.
Yeah.
But we don't want to spoil anything. So
No.
so right now she's just not Boomer.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. In
So
fact,
hey,
the easy
don't
part-
mind me. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and turn the hockey game on. But I'm going to mute it because it technically starts.
Well,
in
nothing's
a
going to
minute.
happen. It's a hockey game. I mean, at the
Yeah,
most,
puck drop's
51
going to usually
point-
be 15, 20 minutes in. So yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know.
the short non-spoiler way of describing the when there's more than one is they do a pretty good job of giving each person that's playing multiple people a different effective identifier as the show goes on.
Different
So-
call sign, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and Boomer is the call sign, like her name is Sharon,
Yeah.
right? But Boomer is the call sign of the one on Galactica, and so even though the one on Caprica is pretending to be Boomer, she hasn't been Boomer this whole time.
Right.
Where Boomer, the one that's talking to Tyrell right now, has been Boomer for years. She was Boomer before the war.
Yeah.
And she was Boomer before.
Sorry, hold up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Careful with the audio. And she doesn't even know she's a Cylon. Whereas not Boomer is fully
Definitely knows. Yeah, definitely knows what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, she is absolutely aware of what she is, and that is vitally important as we go on into the story. And the thing is, while I think the Caprica story isn't all that interesting right now, it's going to be as time goes on. It's just that right now they basically need to get off of Caprica. Once they get off of Caprica, things get really interesting.
Oh yeah, that's why it'll be really fun to get to the end of season 1 episodes with the pre-watch.
Which, fortunately, season 1 isn't very long. We're almost to the end.
Yeah.
After Hand of God, there's only 3 episodes. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So okay. So then we either got to do 2 this Saturday, 3 next Saturday, or 3 this Saturday, 2 next Saturday, because I don't want to break it up.
Right.
Yeah, if we can. Well, yeah, and I agree with that because the last 2 are actually a classed as a 2-parter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the last
so
two
if
are
we can-
Cobalt's Last Gleaming Part 1.
So yeah, so we should do 3 this Saturday,
This week,
and 2
yeah.
next week. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do love the fact that Cheryl draws the line here. He does the right thing, and then he's like, "So, did you leave the door open?"
Yeah, he
And-
just gives her the third degree here.
And she's like, "I ain't gonna answer that."
But the
Mom,
thing of it is too.
Mom, are you still here? Did you sign me out? I think she signed me out of her TNT. What the heck, man?
You ain't watching the game, son. That's what she said. You ain't watching the game.
I'm gonna reactivate it. But anyway, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah. So you know how I think it was in one of the episodes we watched this past weekend that was it that we saw the word Cylon on the mirror in Boomer's
yes. That was this
rack.
weekend. Yeah.
Okay, so when you think about what's going on here, and you think about how broken Boomer on Galactica is because of the whole issue there with the sabotage with the water, and she basically knows that she must have had something to do with it, and her world's flying apart at the seams. She's now broken up with what she thought was the love of her life.
Right.
And then he pulls this and pushes that hard on her, and then very shortly afterward, the word Cylon is written on her mirror. So,
Right.
again, the tight writing that they've done.
Wow. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat. I think my mother did sign me out. Look at what the interaction between her and Ariel. The eye thing.
The rolling eyes. Yeah.
Whoa! If I can't get logged back in, I'm calling as soon as I
That's
get
right.
off of here.
You ain't watching no hockey tonight, son. That was your punishment.
Uh-oh.
You were in the doghouse, boy.
I got
You ain't
people
getting to
coming
watch-
over.
You ain't getting to watch the hockey game.
Oh man! All right, let's carry. We're almost done with the episode.
You're gonna be like, oh man.
Yeah, I really can't get logged in. This is not cool, Mother. This is her revenge. I did not do the Netflix thing on purpose. Okay, I didn't. The Netflix changed their stupid rules with the household.
Yeah.
I will vouch for him on that. Netflix did change their rules, their policies, as far as it used to be that, hey, you could have X number of logins and they didn't care. Now it's like if you're not in the same house, they will boot you.
Yeah.
So that is 100% true. As far as I know, Disney still allows you to be in different houses. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Mom, I'm letting you. You're using my Disney and my Peacock. Don't get so mad about the Netflix, okay? Come on.
Peacock, I don't know what their policy is. So.
I don't know either.
Which, by the way, I know you gave me, and thank you, but you let me use your Peacock for a little while. But we have our own Peacock account now. So.
So I can just remove. Well, that's fine. I got like six
so you
people
can,
using it.
Yeah, so you can remove mine. That's no big deal.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, so the this scene, I think that the
got logged back in.
Dang it! Log him out. Log him out. We got to stop him from seeing this game.
Oh, you're killing me. Anyway.
Yeah, right there. That's the knock. For what? No. I love that.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
So that was a brutal scene, but it needed.
Oh, I forgot that was how it ended. Okay, so this was the final scene. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it
Right
ended
there,
with the breakup.
Ah, damn rough, man. Yeah.
And that,
Now what? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Jason. What were you
I
gonna
was gonna. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. I'm getting into the how I felt about the episode bit.
Yeah. So, well, that's okay. We can get to that because that is the end of the episode.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And puck drop is in 9 minutes. So
yeah. So Litmus, Danny, relax. Okay.
I'm fine. I see it in my periphery. I got it muted. It's just the talking heads. Once Wesley, once his name's not Wesley Pipes, but that's what I call him. Once the guy who sings the national anthem comes out for us, then I know it's about to happen. No, they're not.
Yeah, I've got the CBC live stream going. He's fine. Everyone's
Yeah.
like in the dark right now in the arena, so it's fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Nobody cares. It's hockey. It's not like it's a real sport.
Wow.
Man, for someone who wants the conversation to steer off the hockey, you keep poking
I know,
the
right?
bear,
He's just
man.
poking the bear, right? I'm like,
Yes.
but I'm not taking the bait. I'm not taking it.
Anyway, so now you got to admit though, Danny, after conversation, I know you didn't like the fact that it's not an action-based episode, but it's probably a better episode than you thought it was.
No, it's a better episode than I think you thought I thought it was. Is I think fair to say, because
Well,
like
you could say,
at the
well,
end,
you
if
thought it
you
was
if
the
you go back and you watch the
episode.
Patreon, which I'm sure you have because you have to edit them before you upload them, I just said that I can't say this was my favorite episode like I've said every other episode prior to this. It's that doesn't mean it's a bad episode. I will say this: my level of enjoyment for the episode has gone up after today's stream. It really has. I think that speaks to like the point of view that you two bring, but also like the parallels you made to the Star Trek episode, because you talked about it during the Patreon stream, but you didn't show, like I didn't have the visual in my head, you know what I mean? And then when I saw the trailer that you made, I was like, and then I watched it. So I watched the trailer like while I was taking a shower this morning. Didn't you text me this morning? Or was that yesterday? My days are running together. Was that today or yesterday?
I didn't text you today.
So that must have been yesterday. So anyway, I think it was your daughter then. So somebody texts me. I take a shower, and I have a TV in my bathroom, so I'll play stuff while I'm in there. And the video is like 3 minutes, and I take quick showers. It's like I'm not, got short hair. It's not a big deal. And then I watched the episode while I was making the. Because I sent you the thumbnail like super early, right?
Yeah, you did.
Like, yeah. So like that's when I was watching the episode.
2 in the morning or something.
Yeah, so that's when I was watching the episode, something like that. Because I'll watch the episode and I'll try to find something cool to screen grab, and then I'll screen grab it. But that's also when I like watch the episode. So, so I had it fresh in my mind, and then we talked about it today, and I really, I still can't say, oh, this is like I've liked the previous episodes better. This is probably including, because I know you had said yesterday, I think, that the miniseries was, to me, this episode is, like, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, I mean, really, other than the breakup, which they allude to later, I feel like I could have, like, this could be a totally skippable episode. I feel like you could just, totally not watch this episode and be fine.
When I say my comments on this episode, I think it might kind of explain why, even though this is a slower episode, it's an important episode.
Okay, that's fair.
So, but
no,
yeah,
overall, I did like it. I can't give it a score. I didn't hate it. I don't want people to think I'm just simply by saying it's my least favorite episode just means this is a really fracking good sci-fi series, because this was a good episode.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I said that
watchable
from
show.
day one,
Yeah.
is that you can't. I don't think it's fair to try and give any of these episodes a score out of 10, because it's one continuous story.
Exactly.
And unlike other serialized shows like Discovery or Picard or Mandalorian or Kenobi or any of these modern serialized shows, this really feels like one story. It feels like we're watching a singular story that started with the miniseries and is continuing on. And that this, and I'm sure that Jason's going to allude to this, there are seeds planted in this episode that grow in future episodes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Well, see, you've got
the
the virtue, or the
we've got the
hindsight. You've got the ability to
we have that privilege of knowing what's coming. And like I say, with like I was saying yesterday, where I've watched the series start to finish at least 6 times.
Damn. It's about me and TNG.
The way I feel about this episode is that I didn't mind the A plot with all the intrigue around the door, because that actually, if you wanted to try to make an argument, the B and the C plot are actually fed by the A plot, not the other way around. And that'll become way more obvious actually within the next couple of episodes and during the 2-part finale for season 1.
Okay.
So you'll actually get a lot of payoff for a lot of what was presented in this episode very soon. There'll be additional payoff that comes throughout the rest of the series, but the big payoff comes in the next few episodes that we'll be watching on Saturdays.
Okay.
So for me, when I first saw the episode, I didn't at all mind it, and I would say if I was going to attempt a score, it would be the same kind of attempt of a score that Danny's giving it now, and only because it was slower, but because it's not a bad part, goes right back to we got a bunch of answers about what's going on with Carl Agathon, Hilo, back on Caprica.
Yeah.
Because we got a bunch of fill in there. We see that there's some kind of crazy plot going on.
So are those is that where the seeds that have been planted are you're talking about?
That's a huge pile of the seeds, and and the Sharon back on Galactica. There's a lot of.
Remember, I said not Boomer is going to become very, very important later on.
So getting all these little bits and pieces were interesting to me even when I first watched the series, because I was really surprised when they brought the show out. And for me, it's different too, because this is a bit of a backstory for this, and we've kind of talked about this before with the show, is Agathon's character was supposed to be dead at the end of the miniseries.
Right.
But because of his popularity, they wrote him back into the show and gave him all of this stuff and gave all of this backstory and all of what's going to go on with the Sharon and everything else. And it surprised me because I went from miniseries to season immediately because I had put off watching the miniseries. So I didn't even know anything about the fan uproar about, well, where's Hilo? Like, why are we getting rid of him? He should be back in the show, because everybody was super excited about the character in the miniseries.
Thomas wants to know, why aren't you mad that they're dragging out revealing who all the Cylons are? Because of what we're talking
I'm
about
absolutely not, because it's actually paced really well.
All right, Florida's taking the ice, guys. Come on.
I see them skating around, so I'm gonna.
Nobody cares.
So yeah, I'm not. This is actually a great form of storytelling evidence that well-paced revelations can be achieved without giving away the farm.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this. So I think that the Carl Agathon stuff. It does have some great payoff coming up. I think that also some of the stuff on Galactica has some great payoff that's coming up very soon. Like the Boomer storyline is going to come to a head by the end of the season in a way that is going to be explosive. And so there's a lot that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's all you need to say.
and so but I think that this episode helps push things in the right direction, because without this episode, you would still have to get Tyrell and Boomer broken up. You have to get establish Adama's role kind of as this, in his alpha position that he is, in the way that they do in this episode. Please don't turn it up to where we can hear it on.
Sorry.
No, he was just listening.
I was just checking. I couldn't tell if they were about to start the puck drop.
They're just saying who the players are.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. They're the same players that they are every time they take to the ice.
Well, not every time, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
But anyway, let's roll because they will get to the.
Let's see, I'm purposely
say
stretching
can
it
we
out
see
now.
here in a second.
They are. So I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with what's coming.
Right on.
But yeah, I get it that there's it's not an exciting episode, but there's so much to unpack that as time goes on, you're going to be like, oh, like I'll bet you if we went back and rewatched this episode after we finished the season, you'll appreciate this episode a lot more.
Okay, that's probably fair to say.
Yeah. All right, so with that, I guess we'll wrap it up because Danny's going crazy wanting to watch his stupid soccer game where his team's going to lose. It's just ice soccer. That's all it is. That's all hockey is ice soccer. It's the same game. You can't touch it's ice soccer with fighting.
Starting goalie for the Knights, Aiden Hill.
Nobody cares.
Oh wow, I'm actually ahead of you on the stream. They're rolling out the Florida Panthers guys.
Oh really? Oh well, I'm watching it on TNT, so maybe there's a delay.
Well, in Canada, where they actually care about hockey, they get it live. In America, they get it like a couple minutes later.
I guess so.
There's an obligatory delay for all non-Canadians.
See, now they're just starting introducing Florida's tape now on my TV.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
And leading the Florida team, LDG.
Careful, you're going to summon them at the last minute here.
Right? Yeah.
Could you just see LDG
So
skates out there?
I think what he was trying to say was, he's the salt of the earth. He's our favorite Canuck, and I'm a dopey dork.
No.
Bye, y'all.
You're the salt of the earth. I'm the salty trekker.
Oh, that's what it, yeah. See, I'm not, I can't, I don't know your catchphrase, man. I'm sorry.
It's you are the salt of the earth. I'm the salty trekker.
Ah, okay.
That's the catchphrase.
I got you.
And Danny's catchphrase is, the game I want to watch.
Or that's all, folks.
That would be like, it's like Boimler in that trailer for Strange New World. That's a new watching 2 game.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good
all
one.
right.
And we'll see
Have a
you.
good one, guys.